Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. I love drawing stuff like this. All these in this right here and this right here came from my squiggles that somebody gave me years ago, and I have 5 pages of squiggles that are free for anybody to use. All you have to just ask them. I mean, so I took that one right there. Some of these have been cleaned up, some of them haven't, like on maybe the other pages, some of them aren't as nice. Like right there, but they can be cleaned up. And, that would be a little time consuming to draw. So the video is mainly about uh, squiggles. So I've been playing around with it yesterday making this, and this is pretty easy. I'm going to rob one of these real quick and just show you. You can place them anywhere as long as they're equal. And I'm going to move my box out of the way for a second, and I'm going to group these together. Control G, and then I'm going to move my box back, and I'm going to intersect, and then I have that. And now it's 14. Well, I need to make it 14 by 14 or whatever. So I'm going to unlock my ratio and just make it 14 by 14. Now we can set my nudge factor on 14, and I can Control D, and look at that, and just keep the pattern going. And you want to change it up from, other ways I've done it. But I started playing around with today with a 6-sided polygon and came up with this idea. So I borrowed that squiggle. So I'm going to move this out of the way. I guess I didn't group that together. Control G. And I got so much going on, it does that. So let's start in the center of the page. And I'm going to take my squiggle and move it to the center of the page. And then I'm going to take a 6-sided polygon. And it has to be in the center of the page for this to work. So hit P. Now I'm going to take half the squiggle, just half of it, and I'm going to hold down the control button and move it over till it locks in, snaps to that edge. And I'm not there, but I can move that over by hand. I'm holding down the control button so I won't get off left or right. Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to Control D and duplicate, alternate C to have it rotate, and I'm going to rotate it 60 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. This is easy, and you could put more items in there. Now I'm going to group this, Control G, move my box back, take them both and intersect them. And then I'm actually going to use my rectangle or my polygon for a reference. I'm going to go ahead and group them together for a second. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. I'm going to get that corner right there and go right there. And then I can Control D. That's the only thing I don't like about Control D. I can Control D again, alternate C, and rotate it 60 degrees. And look at that. And then you can just keep going. You could do it that way, or you could Control G and group it together and just grab that one right there and have it stick to it. You could definitely rotate the stuff around, but you could just place them in there. And of course, this one would probably want to go there, so you won't get out of order. And you could rotate this, but I'm going to Control D. Whoop, I didn't Control D, so let me put it back. I did Control D, something wrong with my keyboard every once in a while. Control D, and I'm just going to grab that handle. Well, what is going on? Oh, this is, it Control D'd up there, made another duplicate. And if you get that handle right there, and you could just keep going and going and going. Let me get this out of the way. And you could, I mean, you could probably actually flip it. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. And so I've got the red lines if you're thinking about that. And, let me make a few more. I'm just going to hit the plus key this time. And I'm grabbing that point, then the plus key, and I'm just going to put, so you want that point to have something to snap to. I'm going to do one more. And I didn't get it. So if you have snap to object, which is right here, and I do, let me just take away that one so it's kind of equal. Now, what's cool about this is that I can ungroup everything, control U, which is object, group, and ungroup. And I can grab that red line. I'm going to go and get rid of that. I can grab that red line, and you see down here, whoop, I don't have the red line. Okay, I've got to ungroup that too. You know what? I should have ungrouped all. Now I can grab that red line, and you can see down there. Then I'm going to go to Edit, Find and Replace, Find from Selection, Find All, hit Delete, and now no longer have those boxes, and I have that. And then you can do anything you want with it. Control G to group it. Let's change it to this light purple. Let's bring in a black box. Object, order, back a page. And like I said, I didn't put anything else in there. I could have put other graphics in there. That's almost too cool. So don't forget, I'll leave my email at the bottom of this video, which I've left many times, if you'd like to have these squiggles. The last page is ones I've drawn over the years, that you could just to take this, Control D and make a duplicate, Control deal, and look, you got a new squiggle. You could, just to show you real quick, left click, right click, bring these two closer together. Whoop. And then weld that. And you got yourself a new squiggle. Then fill it in with blue. Well, I've got a little leak somewhere, but that can be easily fixed. But anyway, so I asked for the squiggles, and I surely hope that helped you a little bit, gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.